IW, welcome back to my channel. Today we are listening to the first part of the BOYZ's newest album. We're doing the first 3 songs. Now this song only has like 5 songs I haven't listened to, so I'm going to do the first 3 today and then the last 2 tomorrow with like a performance that they did or like a relay dance or something, so I can have them like separately grouped and it'd just be like 3 and 3, because doing 4 is like the limit I can do, so doing 4 and 1 just like didn't make sense to me, so I'll just throw in an extra performance and react to that next time. But I see the BOYZ lyrics is back for this album, so that is the lyric videos I will be using today. I know how much you guys love them. I also love them, and I thank them for always doing these for the BOYZ's comeback. I really missed them on the last one. But we're gonna get into our first song, which is Passion Fruit. I know I want to say Sunu and Kevin had writing credits on this, but part of me wants to say somebody else also had writing credits, but I'm not entirely sure. So y'all let me know about that in the comments below. But let's go ahead and get into our first song, Passion Fruit. Okay. Now, ooh, I don't know what was about to happen, but I will be rewinding that. This is a unit combination that I wasn't expecting, but it makes a lot of sense. You've got like half rap, half vocals. They blend nicely together, but I don't know if one of the other songs is also unit. I know for this first part of the reaction, this is the only unit track. Now, we're about to get a Hyunjae Juyeon harmony. Okay. But I mentioned in a previous reaction I did to the BOYZ, I want to say Younghoon and Hyunjae did something together that I really, really loved. And so I was interested to see how this like build up to this pre-chorus was. But I wasn't expecting a Hyunjae Juyeon harmony. So let's listen. Okay, so it's not a harmony, it just bleeds over into Juyeon's part. Ooh. Okay, I want to go back to the beginning of that song, Sunu section, because I loved how they introduced it. That was a nice way to transition, because I think it's a tempo change. I like this Hyunjae section. Ooh. Oh, this bridge. I love these oohs of like whoever and Q. I feel like maybe not necessarily the general public talks about Chongmin's voice a lot, but I talk about Chongmin's voice a lot. I think the first time I was really like, oh my god, I loved his voice, was maybe my reaction to She's the Boss. It could have been in an earlier reaction, but I'm usually like so blown away by Chongmin as a dancer, that like the first time I was just like, this is a vocalist. Well, She's the Boss is that pre-chorus that he does, the like hey little lady, that part, amazing. And I love the little oohs that he's doing here. Oh, it's amazing. Oh. I love that section. Oh, it's so good. You guys know how I feel about the BOYZ B-sides. Like, the whole reason I am here is because I love the BOYZ B-sides. They've never disappointed me on that. Love the unit work. Anytime the boys kind of like split up for things, I'm always like pleasantly surprised by the units. I think the first time I saw a unit thing done with the boys, they were pretty much split up rappers and vocalists, but now they've kind of intertwined the two, which I really, really like. I'm assuming there may be another some sort of unit at the end of this album. I could be mistaken. They might have just done for this unit, but really, really enjoyed this. I thought this was a nice combination of the vocalists and the rappers that they had. So I really, really enjoyed Passion Fruit. It was a strong start for the boys. So next we have Lighthouse. So I'm assuming this is like I'm gonna guess this is a slower piece. So we'll see. But let's get into Lighthouse. Very wrong. So very wrong. This is so cool. This percussive section, oh my god.
Paradise, 너를 헤맨 밤새 철저히 미련 wait I'm so wetness if it's secret better keep it follow my instincts 숨을 삼켜 away away away
Ooh.
away 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 서두개 하는 곳으로 shine like a lighthouse oh like a lighthouse
Okay.
shine like a lighthouse oh like a lighthouse cause you know how to
Ooh, Jacob. That section is so good. Oh my god. But I want to hear Jacob again.
Twilight, find me. 네가 날 부른 듯한 Try me. 항상 세상이 날 감싸와 Trust me 눈을 감아 널 느껴봐 생명 내게로 closer 시력의 여름 속 빛이 한 줄기 빛에 맺힌 황홀경에 난 전인을 present 난 처음엔 그 빛인 present 내 세상 속 발을 디딘 순간 시작돼 잊지 못할 세상 여친이 바다에 I'm on your track 눈빛에 잠기채 먼 멈추기 전에 널 찾아내 I'm going on a treasure hunt
Oh.
Let me shine like a lighthouse
These harmonies, yes. These like little pairings they're doing, yes.
Let me shine like a lighthouse Let me shine like a lighthouse Cause you know how to light me up
Sing.
Baby shine like a lighthouse
Ooh, that right down.
So sinking down 이봐 모두 잠겨도 괜찮아 I'm gonna love you forever baby like a lighthouse
Sing.
Let me shine like a lighthouse Cause you know how to light me up
Oh, it's so good. No, y'all listen to this. Y'all listen to this.
Let me shine like a lighthouse Cause you know how to light me up
Oh,
Baby shine like a lighthouse Let me shine like a lighthouse Let me shine like a lighthouse Shine like a lighthouse Tonight the paradise
oh, yes. This was so cool. Like, this was such a very different instrumental, especially there towards the end. Not towards the end, towards the beginning. It's like kind of simplified itself on the bridge. This was so good. I feel like when I listen to the BOYZ, and I may have said this in a different reaction to the BOYZ, but it always feels like the BOYZ producers are experimenting with them, which I know a lot. Some of the BOYZ producers are some of my favorite producers, but I feel like the producers experiment with the BOYZ, and it works every single time. They're like, we're gonna do something a little different this time, see if it works out. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. Every single time it feels like it's a hit with the BOYZ, at least for me. This was so good. I really enjoyed that light me up part is amazing. Absolutely amazing. There's also a section of cues at the very end that I really enjoy. I'm just like a big like Chungmin vocalist fan. I love all the BOYZ voices so much, and I think one of my favorite things about this is when they pair them together. Like I said earlier, I think we had a Jacob Ju Hackneon pairing, and it's like that's so random, but yes, it works so well. I don't know how they manage that, but it's amazing. I love the BOYZ music. So the last one we're doing today is Fantasize. So let's go ahead and get into this. Ooh. Strong contender. It's a nice bass. I like the band feel of this.
다시 눈 감으면 엄청 마주친 mystery 먼저 내 이름을 맺지
There's like a certain time frame I feel with this song. Ooh, ad libs. It simultaneously feels like the early 2010s and the late 90s. I don't know what it is. Ooh. Yes. Solid bridge.
Let's find out, go!
Ooh. I literally couldn't get out of my head that like this song sounded like it belonged in a certain decade, and I could not pinpoint which one because it felt like there were elements of multiple. Hold on, let me listen to like a snippet of it again. It almost sounded like there was like a synthesizer in the background, which heavy synth is drawn to like 80s music. There also felt like slight late 90s music in this, early 2010. Like it felt like it pulled from a lot of different decades of music, and that's kind of like what I mean by the boys do things that I'm like, oh, I like wouldn't have thought about this, like, or I wouldn't have. The boys' music is so hard to predict. One of my favorite things to do when I listen to music is kind of, as a percussionist, you see a lot of basic rhythmic patterns, or melodic patterns, that you can kind of guess which route a song is going to take, and it's kind of like, oh yeah, that makes sense. You feel a build up, this is probably going to have like a heavier downbeat on one. It's just like you pick up little things like that. With the boys, I'm like, where are you taking me? Where am I going? But it's an adventure every time. That's kind of what I mean by like the boys experiment with things, and it's either a hit or miss, but they never miss. Because I can never figure out their music, and I feel like I spend a lot of time just like sitting and listening to the boys' music because I'm like, this is so innovative. It's so like I love this. I really felt that way with it may have been their Reveal album. But I think it's one of the things I love about the boys' B-sides is they're exciting. When I want to like sit down and like listen to a song over and over again because I'm like trying to catch every aspect of the song, it makes music that much more exciting for me. Like I like my songs that I can just like casually listen to and bob my head and whatever, but as someone who did music and like as a musician myself, there's just something about like different types of music you haven't really, I guess, not discovered because it's all, how do I word this? It's all like a part of a big picture of K-pop. But it's like production choices that you didn't think people would normally do, or you're like, oh, well, this is cool. I like how this sounds. I wonder why a composer or whoever's arranging the song thought of to do it this way. But I just feel like it's always super exciting to listen to the boys' music, and I think that's why I like it so much. But like I said, I will be back with part 2, and I'll do a performance of theirs as well. I've really enjoyed Lip Gloss. It's so catchy. It's such a nice summer song. I think Whisper came out a year ago today, which I saw. Which speaking of fantastic boys songs, Whisper. But really, 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 really enjoyed the BOYZ music that I've heard so far. I would love to see them in concert. I don't know when they're gonna come back to the States. They came last year, but the show I would have gone to got canceled because of COVID. So they haven't done a show in my state, I don't think, ever. So I would be so excited to go see them in concert. I love the BOYZ. My sister's also a big fan of the BOYZ. So it would be a nice experience for us to enjoy together. But with that being said, be on the lookout for my next The BOYZ reaction. It'll be the part 2 of this album. But with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Bye, it'll be